It's a great day I'm having, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something a little different, something that many people overlook when it comes to attraction. I will be sharing 7 ways. My favorite one is 6 and 7, so you will miss any of them, not the 6th and the 7th. You see, we've all heard the typical advice. Approach them with confidence, say the right things, be charming, have the perfect line ready. But what if I told you that the key to truly attracting any girl doesn't require you to say a single word? Intrigue. You should be. Because in a world full of noise, where everyone's trying to stand out with the loudest voice, the most powerful thing you can do is say nothing. Imagine that. No words, no lines, no rehearsed pickup strategies. Just you in the moment, silently commanding attention. But here's the thing. This doesn't happen by accident. It takes intention. It takes subtlety. And it requires something that most people overlook. Want to know how? Well, keep listening, because what we're about to discuss is not only a game changer, it's a whole new way of thinking about attraction. 1. The magnetic pull of quiet confidence. Let's start with the most obvious, yet most overlooked element, confidence. But not the kind of confidence that's loud and showy. No, the kind of confidence I'm talking about is quiet. It's subtle. It's the kind that doesn't scream for attention, but draws people in any way. Think about this. When someone walks into a room and they don't try to grab everyone's attention, they don't try to be the center of the spotlight, yet somehow everyone notices them. That's the kind of presence we're talking about. It's like a magnet. There's no need for words or grand gestures. The moment you step into a space, you become magnetic. And this magnetism is fueled by something incredibly powerful, self-assurance. You don't need to speak to show you believe in yourself. It's written all over your body language, your posture, the way you move. 2. The secret of your body language. So, you might be wondering, okay, I've heard that before. But how does it actually work? Let's build the anticipation a little. Body language is the unspoken message that everyone gets, whether they realize it or not. You don't have to say a word for someone to pick up on how you feel about yourself. When you stand tall, with your chest open and your shoulders back, you're projecting confidence. And here's the interesting part. People are attracted to confidence. They can't help it. When you walk into a room with your posture straight, moving with purpose, it creates an invisible energy that others are naturally drawn to. It's almost like they can sense it. You might not have said a single word, but you've already made an impression. But here's the twist. It's not about looking perfect. It's about feeling at ease in your own skin. And that comfort? It's contagious. Without even trying, your presence radiates calm and draws others in. 3. The subtle dance of eye contact. Now, let's talk about eye contact. If body language is a silent message, then your eyes? They're the ultimate messenger. Imagine a situation. You're across the room from her. You catch her eye for a brief moment. What happens next? You're both locked in this subtle, unspoken exchange. It's electric. There's anticipation, curiosity, and the start of something unspoken. No words have been exchanged, but a connection is already being formed. Eye contact is an incredibly powerful tool. When you hold her gaze, just for a moment longer than usual, it's a kind of silent invitation. But it's not about staring her down, it's about creating a moment, a spark, that says, I see you. But here's where the anticipation really kicks in. You don't just look at her, you wait. You let the moment linger just enough to make her wonder what comes next. It's this subtle pause, the space between the glance and the next action, that creates a sense of mystery, of something more. The silence speaks volumes. You're not rushing into conversation, but you're inviting her to wonder, to lean in, to be curious about the next step. 4. The art of presence, being unspoken yet unforgettable. Have you ever been in a room with someone who doesn't try to speak over others, who doesn't try to be the loudest voice in the room, yet somehow everyone knows they're there? This is the power of presence. And it's not something you can fake. It's a result of knowing who you are. When you're comfortable in your own skin, not needing external validation, you radiate a silent power that draws others to you. Picture this. You're at a gathering, maybe a party or a social event. You're not the loudest one, but somehow people are gravitating towards you. They don't even know why, but something about your calm, assured energy pulls them in. And it's all happening without you saying a word. That's because true presence doesn't need to shout. It quietly takes up space. And when you stop trying to be something you're not, when you simply allow yourself to be, that's when the magic happens. 5. Mirroring, the silent bond. Here's where the anticipation builds even more. You've caught her eye. The energy in the room is shifting. And then, without a word, you subtly start to mirror her body language. It's almost as if the two of you are dancing in sync, without ever having to exchange a single word. She crosses her arms. You casually do the same. She leans in slightly, and you follow suit. There's a delicate balance here, a subtle, silent connection being formed. Mirroring is a psychological tool, a way to build rapport with someone without speaking. It's not something you should force, but when it happens naturally, it sends a clear message. I'm in tune with you. It makes her feel understood, without either of you needing to say a thing. And in this moment, the anticipation builds. You've silently connected, and now, without saying a word, there's a pull, a connection, and it's as if she can't help but wonder what will happen next. 6. The power of a smile. Now, I know what you're thinking. A smile? Really? How can something so simple be this powerful? But the truth is, a genuine smile is a game changer. It's not just a physical gesture. It's a beacon of warmth and openness. When you smile, you're telling the world, I'm approachable, I'm friendly, and I'm comfortable in my own skin. But here's where the magic happens. It's not just the smile itself, but the anticipation before it happens. When you make eye contact, there's a brief moment of tension. You're both holding back, wondering what's coming next. And then, just at the right moment, you let the smile break through, and it transforms the entire dynamic. That smile says everything without saying a word. It communicates warmth, friendliness, and openness. It invites her to come closer, to step into your space. And in that moment, you've gone from silent intrigue to a clear, unspoken invitation to connect. 7. The unspoken tension, waiting for the right moment. Finally, we arrive at the most important part, the tension. The unspoken tension that makes the silence so much more powerful. When you're not rushing into anything, when you allow the space to linger, that's when attraction starts to build. Imagine being in the same room with her, feeling the energy shift. There's a moment of anticipation, a quiet understanding that something is unfolding. You haven't said a word, but the connection is palpable. And now, the real magic begins. The longer you let the moment stretch, the more tension builds. She's wondering what comes next. And as that anticipation grows, so does the attraction. It's this perfect dance. You're both waiting for the next step, but neither of you is rushing to fill the silence. And in that space, you've created something real, something magnetic, something that words could never replicate. So there you have it. Attracting someone without saying a word isn't about playing games. It's about creating a connection that goes beyond words, using the quiet, powerful tools of body language, presence, and anticipation. It's about letting the moment build, letting the tension rise, and allowing attraction to unfold naturally. Remember, the best things in life aren't always loud. Sometimes, the most powerful connections happen in silence. Thanks for sticking with me through this. If you enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. And if you've ever experienced that magnetic, unspoken connection with someone, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Until next time, stay calm, stay confident, and let the silence do the talking.